in her left side. Okay? Correct?
Yeah.
Breathe in. Blow out. Got you down. Breathe in. That's your right side.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Feel good?
Mm-hmm.
Breathe in. Blow out. Breathe in. Does that feel a little easier? Breathe in.
This feels totally different.
Breathe in. Blow out. Now, are all ribs working together on both sides? That's all we did, Brianna. We got all these ribs to, right now, externally rotate. We got all those ribs on inhalation to what? Externally rotate. It's a trick question. We got all these ribs on this side to internally rotate. We got all those ribs on the other side to internally rotate. But we did so, Stephanie, so she could do this on both sides without having an attitude at T4 and her first rib. We're going to follow up with that with some techniques that we'd like to have you do for the left serratus to keep that left rib cage moving with, where's my Rick? Left posterior mediastinum. But since we have her on the mat, Jen, this would be the opportunity to follow up. I don't even know if it's next, but I want to follow up with it. Infraclavicular pump. Is it next? So could you read it for us, Jen? And then I'll do the rest by demo. So since we all did that, and you're going to go back and for about 15, 20 minutes, practice that gently. On how, don't even worry about going through all the techniques. Just practice it gently, because at this point we're not treating anybody. I would encourage you to do that and raise your hands if you have questions. Now what I want to do is give her a little more joy. A little more Alaska. Where are you, Joy? A little more joy. What are we going to do that? How are we going to do that, Jen?
Infraclavicular pump. Patient position supine, knee supported, 90-90 position. Operator at the head of the patient. The operator's left hand on the patient's left upper chest with the ulnar border of the hand below the clavicle. Operator's right hand on the patient's right upper chest with the ulnar border of the hand below the clavicle. Inhalation upon air
Jen, I'm
in.
going to stop you there. So I did what she said. I'm going to take my hands off the patient, and I want you to look at where my hands are. Everybody see that? I'm going to go back to my patient. I'm going to put my hands in that very same position. So I'm off the collarbone. Close, Stephanie, but off of it. I want to manage ribs beginning with number 1 so that I can cover as many ribs. Spread your hands out, take charge of the thorax, stay off as much tissue, including a relar tissue of the breast that you can. Even if you were a man, you would do that. Does that make sense? So Jen, once I'm there, what am I going to do on air in?
Upon air in, assist expansion into the upper lobes. The patient needs to maintain a posterior pelvic tilt on the air in. Exhalation. Upon air out, pump out the dead air by compressing down and through the palms and fingers, addressing the side that is most restricted upon exhalation. For the right BC patient, start by moving air out of the right chest wall on the right with your right hand, then air out of the left with your left hand, and then with the right again. After this third pump, ask the patient to breathe in and fill the left chest wall. Then go left, right, left, air into the right, and finally right, air into the left.
Does that make sense? We're just pumping air back and forth. She's going to love this because it's going to be one of the first times she's had all her ribs on both sides in a harmonious way work in opposition to each other. Does that make sense? That's called running. Okay? So here's how it looks. Breathe in. Blow out. 1, 2, 3. Whoa, there it is again. Breathe in. Now I'm not pummeling her. I'm not doing CPR. I'm not trying to break something. What am I doing? I'm just staying always in contact. See my body? Always in contact. Take another breath in. Let's do it again. Right, left, right. There's that tightness. Breathe in. Left, right, left. Breathe in. Do you all hear that? Right, left, right. Gotcha. Breathe in. Hey, it's starting to happen. Susan, that's starting to do something there, isn't it? And now those ribs are all working what, everybody? Susan, what?
They're rotating together.
Together.
This would be your patient's favorite technique.
No
Almost
question.
guaranteed.
No
Almost
question.
guaranteed.
No
because
question
you're
at all.
teaching them how to walk, how to run, how to live life with breathing.
This is it. Good way to conclude a class. Okay? Now, we'll show you what to do real quickly with two other techniques. I'm going to let you practice and lab that subclavius. I want to show you the right intercostal. Is that next by any chance? There's a subclavius. What's next after this subclavius? I'm going to show them the right inter-
IC pump with opposition, and then citizen,
Yes.
and then pectoralis, and then intercostal.
Let's do the pectoralis. Jan, you want to come on up here? This is left pec. She's not going to read it. It's in your manual, okay? The left pec is the pec major, gets tight. So we're going to show you a right intercostal and a left pec. The left intercostal stays more loose on humans. The right pec major stays more loose on humans. I already got the pec minor with what technique? The subclavius. Okay. I'm going to ask this good-looking guy from Omaha to pull off his shirt so you can see what pecs do to you. Is that okay, Kurt? You guys all right with this? He charges 10 cents every time he does this. So if you guys could just come. That's a good-looking set of pecs. Why did I say that? Can you go ahead? Is it possible you want to have him come over here? Why does that stay right there? He's got you now, I think, right, Don? Do you got him? Do you see that pectus? Do you see his left chest more open than his right? Can you guys see that? Which pec major is more tight on that gentleman? Which? The left one. It's a great looking pectus. Do you see his hairs and grooves? Next time, could you shave for us, please? I think it's. I like it. You are so cool. You really are cool. But you know what? He offered to show you this because this is exactly what you don't want to occur as you have kids develop. That's a little bit of a pectus. His left chest wall is more open than his right. And he can go through a lot of PR. Are you neutral, do you think, Kurt, right now?
No.
Okay. So it's hard to stay neutral, isn't it? Okay. So that's a good example of someone who has an overdeveloped pectoralis problem on both sides, specifically on which side? The left. Could you side bend your trunk to the right for me, Kurt? To the right. There's his left intercostal wall. Everybody see it? Now side bend to the left for me, Kurt. Do you see the difference? What can he not do on the right side, Stephanie? He can't open that right side up. Go to the left, Kurt. Go to the right, I'm sorry. Go to the right. Look at the difference. Now tell me that doesn't have an impact on someone's spine. Okay? That's a normal human. A normal human that got away from flexion, rotation, and respiration. He's living a life of extension. Thank you so much. So Kurt, we don't want that to happen to her. So we're going to get that left pec opened up. What else are we going to do with that?